I got no fucking idea what I think about what is happening with regards to Israel and Iran and our potential involvement. I guess there's one thing I do know. I wish that a genocidal maniac was not leading Iran, and that a corrupt, just kind of indiscriminate prime minister was leading Israel, and that a fucking moron was leading our country. Like, I wish that we had some very stable geniuses, to borrow the phrase, leading the relevant countries here. That would make me feel a lot better. I don't have any really faith or confidence in any of the prime decision makers involved right now. I don't love that. I wish for freedom for the Iranian people. I get frustrated sometimes with some of our left friends who are like, who simultaneously hold the view that, when there are missiles or there's attacks on Iran, they say, well, you can't hold the Iranian people accountable for their horrible government. I agree with that. I don't want any civilians to die. At the same time, uh, we shouldn't also condemn them to having to live under a horrible government for eternity. Um, so, that's a view that I have long held, that hasn't changed. Obviously, our failures to affect positive change in the Middle East over my lifetime informs my views that there's limitations on what we can and should do, of course, and that we should be skeptical of our ability to affect change. That said, we can still hope for change and want change and be curious about whether this might be a positive inflection point. I don't know. Nobody would have predicted that Assad would fall in 3 days a couple months ago. I don't think anybody predicted the scale of the Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th. Nobody predicted how brave and successful Ukraine would be in rebuffing the Russian attack. It's like, we're just not as good at predicting these things as we think. And a lot of people in this issue in particular have very strong, strident views on one side or the other, which does make for good podcast, but which, like, I don't think is evidenced by any actual facts or any actual ability to see into the future, to look into a crystal ball and to do so effectively. I think we've just seen a lot of different strategies and policies employed in place in the Middle East, and all of them have failed basically in my lifetime. Want to see more of this video? Head to thebulwark.com or check out the Bulwark's YouTube channel right now. I'll see you there.